Art, in its most rudimentary definition, is a form of self-expression. It's a response, a statement, a movement. It's a universal language. One of my favorite forms of art is one that questions things. Why is this the norm? Why is this unacceptable? These are important questions to ask because otherwise we just won't progress as a society. Hwasa's latest music video for María is a great piece of art. It's a response to criticism and stays true to her identity as an excellent artist. Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we'll be talking about Hwasa's new music videos, María and LMM. And I just want to give a little bit of an analysis on these videos and how Hwasa makes art from adversity. For some context, this is Hwasa's second solo release after Twit, which was extremely well received, and that was around the time where Hwasa's popularity really surged in the South Korean public's eye. Since then, she's been the face of so many products that you can even say that she became an it girl. And so she's gotten all of this attention. It's a mix of positive and negative things. If you go onto Twitter, it's kind of shocking to see the amount of hate that she's getting. People are nitpicking and mocking and shaming her for no understandable reason. And I think this context is important to know when I talk about these videos because a part of it is undeniably related to the hate and coping with this sudden surge of attention. In talking about adversity, I'm going to mention briefly stuff that I don't believe deserve much attention, so I'll try to keep this part as brief as possible. There's this term most of you might be familiar with, Stan Twitter. If you go on Twitter and click on any of the numerous K-pop related trends, you'll see idol profile pictures, fan cams with no context, voting stuff, birthday stuff. It's a bunch of stuff. These are relatively harmless, but there is a side that is quite toxic. You see, since these accounts don't really have an individual identity that's tied to them, it seems easy to just say anything and think that you can get away with it. When you're in this little vacuum in social media, it's very easy to assume that celebrities probably won't even glance your way. What I'm putting out there that's accessible to the whole world isn't a separate space-time continuum as these K-pop idols. That is not true. When you look at the videos that Hwasa put out, a lot of the imagery in the videos seem to point towards how she's dealt with this negative attention. So she's at least aware of it. And there's even some pretty dark and disturbing imagery that is almost worrying to see. And seeing this unfair amount of hate being spread around, it's really disheartening, especially as a fan of Hwasa's, because these people don't really see the genuine, charming, and odd character that she is. What's being portrayed is some villainous version of someone who hasn't really done anything that warrants being vilified like that. So I want to take this moment to shed some light onto the good stuff that Hwasa has said and done.
그런데 어느 날은 오디션을 봤는데 거기 선생님께서 저한테 그러시더라고요. 너는 개성도 강하고 노래도 너무 잘하지만 뚱뚱하고 예쁘지가 않아. 그냥 울면서 이제 막 집에 달려와가지고 컴퓨터 앞에 엎어져가지고 막 엉엉엉엉 울다가 갑자기 제가 전에 다운받았던 콘서트 영상이 너무 보고 싶더라고요. 그래서 그 영상을 틀어놓고 밤새도록 울면서 그 무대를 주구장창 보다가 어느새 저는 이런 다짐을 했더라고요. 이 시대가 말하는 미의 기준에 내가 맞지 않다면 내가 또 다른 기준이 되어야겠다.
I think what people forget is that Hwasa is just a person. She's just a 25-year-old who wants to share her talent and to inspire people with her performances. And she's mentioned before being inspired as a young girl watching these concert videos, And I think she's doing the same thing with a lot of other young people out there. And that's something to be proud of. Certainly a lot of hard work and hardships has led to her success. Okay, look, my point here isn't that we should stop calling people out for doing problematic things. Yes, we should absolutely hold people accountable for their actions. The capability to admit to fault and to address such issues is way more admirable than a bunch of people sitting behind their computers ready to try and canceling someone at the drop of a hat. Anyone can do that. When I try to understand these anonymous hate, I can't help but think that there's some jealousy in what drives this reaction. How can this person from a small company who started off without as much, how can they rise up like this? And I'm not talking about idols or idol groups, I'm talking about the fans. Putting yourself out there, your vulnerabilities, your faults, that's what draws people in. With this album and the accompanying videos, that's what Hwasa does. You can tell that she's put a lot of herself in these pieces, and she's made an incredible piece of art with it. Thanks so much for watching. I feel like I've fallen down in this K-pop hole and I can't leave anymore. So I'm sure I'll make a bunch more videos like this in the future. If that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing. Hope you guys have a nice day. Thank you.